The U.S. Army is directing troops to remove scripture etched into their military scopes. The passages from John and 2 Corinthians were inscribed on them by the manufacturer Trigicon. Soldiers at Fort Wainwright in Alaska told Fox News they were ordered to submit their scopes so the Bible verses could be scraped off and painted over with black paint. Disturbing. An Army spokesman said Trigicon has agreed to remove scripture from future orders.
You know, in the past week, actually less than a week, the military has waged all-out war on Christians. And the thing that irritates me is the Christians are just lying down, taking it. You know, first they want to remove this from a scope, which don't mean diddly squat. And if you read the articles, these soldiers didn't even know what this meant. Even the Christians didn't even get this, but somebody caught on, and it just offends them, so let's remove it. And then a few days later, you got the Pentagon wanting to block access to the Southern Baptist website. I mean, when does it end? And these groups are rising up while the Christians stay silent. And what makes me even more irritated is how the church is silent. The church just stays silent and allows all this to rise up, and I'm not church bashing whatsoever. But they allow all of this to go on, and they go on carrying on like nothing is going on. And even now, they're trying to come up with you would be court-martialed if you witness in the military. When is enough enough?
Thanks, Gretch. Practice Christianity and you could be court-martialed. That could be the new law of the land for our armed forces, thanks to a proposal by a religious tolerance group that claims Christian evangelists are predators. Groups like the Family Research Council are up in arms over this threat to religious freedom. Their executive vice president, retired U.S. Army Lieutenant General Jerry Boykin, joins us now from D.C. Good morning to you, General.
Hey, good morning, Steve. It's good to be with you.
It's good to have you, sir. A real pleasure. Let's talk a little bit about this. The Pentagon's trying to think how they should be religiously tolerant going forward, and they're meeting with this outfit called the Military Religious Freedom Foundation. You have a problem with that. Why?
Well, first of all, this organization is not only atheist, but it is viscerally anti-Christian. It has a track record of being anti-Christian, and it, by the way, combined with its friends over at the Southern Poverty Law Center, they've made great efforts to try and eliminate all vestiges of Christianity from our military.
Mm-hmm. We're showing an image of Mickey Weinstein, who heads up that organization. You say he's an atheist, and you don't think, if they're talking about religion, he is not the fellow the Pentagon should be speaking to.
Well, that's right. Look, I think all of us believe that commanders and people in positions of responsibility should never use coercion with regards to religion. But the free exercise of religion in our military goes back as far back as our military. It goes back to George Washington bringing chaplains into the military. It's a fundamental right, and the very people that are now being threatened are the people that are out defending the First Amendment rights.
Sure.
And we find this incredible that they would go to an anti-Christian, atheist organization like the Military Religious Freedom Foundation to even talk to them about religious freedom.
Well, one of the things, General, they want to do is that organization wants to enforce a regulation that says that military members who proselytize should be essentially court-martialed, right?
Yeah, that's right. And look, they need to get their terms straight. First of all, what is proselytizing? Well, technically it means witnessing. In other words, living your faith, exercising your faith by being able to speak about it. It's not about coercion. It's not about, I think, what they are trying to portray it as. And it is very important that we allow our troops, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, to live their faith and be able to talk openly about it. What they're about to do is ruin any hopes of being able to recruit a professional military in the future by sending a signal across America to moms and dads that when your son or daughter joins the military, they will have to check their faith at the door. That's not the way America was built. It's certainly not the way our military was built.
Well, General, here's a statement the Pentagon gave to us. Quote, religious proselytization is not permitted within the Department of Defense. Court-martials and non-judicial punishments are decided on a case-by-case basis. What do you think of that stand?
Well, first of all, again, it's a matter of what do they mean by proselytizing.
Right.
Again, I think they've got their definitions a little confused. If you're talking about coercion, that's one thing. But if you're talking about the free exercise of our faith as individual soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, especially for the chaplains, then I think that the worst thing we can do is stop the ability for a soldier to be able to exercise his faith.
Surely. All right. Lieutenant General Jerry Boykin from the Family Research Council. Sir, thank you very much for your service and coming in today.
Thank you.
All right.